What is up, everybody? It's Jack here. I'm a Shopify developer here at Section Store, and in this video I'm going to be going over how you can update your variants to image-based variants just like these ones here. So if you've set up a Shopify theme before, you probably know that the way it displays variants can be quite ugly, and there's not always an option to add nice images like this. So this is going to show you how you can customize your theme and have image-based variants just like this without writing any code or having to pay a monthly app subscription to do it. Let's get into it. So to do this, we're going to be using the Section Store app. It's a component library of theme sections that you can use with any Shopify theme, and we're specifically looking for product variants. If I click on this, you can see it's $9, but this is a one-time charge. So you purchase it and you own it forever, and you can use it as long as you like and as many themes as you like without having to pay for it again. Once you purchase it, it's going to show up here under My Sections for installation. As you can see under My Sections, we've got product variants here, and to install this, we just use the button and select the theme that we're working with. Now it's installed, we can head to the theme editor on the product page, hit Add Section, search for product variants, and we just add it here like a regular Shopify section to the product page. So to customize this, we're going to click on the section name, and it's going to give us the settings. Starting, and most importantly, we have positioning, so you can have this above or below the buy buttons, above or below the title, the description, or below the price. You have an option to use custom blocks here instead of the default variant images if you want to upload a different image for whatever reason. Next, we have layout settings. So we have grid or slider. Grid is going to show all of your variants on the first page, and slider is going to be like what I had in my preview, where if there's a lot of variants, you have the option to click the arrow and scroll between them. Additionally, in the layout settings, we have items per row for desktop and for mobile. So this is how many that shows in one row before it breaks to another row or turns into a slider. Customize this for desktop and mobile, and then you have some gap settings for the gap between the variants. Next is item settings. So we have padding for desktop and mobile, the space between the variant and the edge of the box. We then have a roundness if you want roundness on the corners, and an optional border thickness if you want to add a border. Below that, we have aspect ratio. So you have portrait, square, landscape, or original. This is going to depend on the format of your photo that you're uploading for the variant. You can pick the one that's most appropriate. Underneath is item colors. So first is background color. I recommend picking whatever your theme color is to go here, but if for whatever reason you want a background on the variants, you can customize this using the color wheel. We also have a border color and a border active color for the selected variant. Next is arrow colors. So if you have the slider, you can change the color of the arrows that the customer clicks on to scroll between the variants. Underneath, we have overall section colors. So the entire section background, add a gradient if you'd like, and a border if you want a border around the overall section. Finally, in these main settings, we have section margin outside and padding inside. These are generally related to space on the edges of the section, so between the edge of the variants and the page. By default, they should be pretty good, but if you want space, either more or less space on the sides, you can adjust these pixel by pixel to get that width perfect. Once that's customized, we can come back to this page and we have these item blocks here. So you would add one of these for each variant that you have, and then this is how we customize our variants. So for my first variant, I'm going to click on this item. I'm going to upload the image for my variant here, and then in the URL field, I'm going to paste the link to the specific variant. So you can get this by viewing your website, clicking on the variant, and then just copying the URL from the browser. When the customer clicks on it, it's going to take them straight to that link, and it's going to have that variant highlighted automatically. You would repeat this process for as many times as you have variants, uploading the image and pasting the URL. As you can see here as well, there's meta field support. So if you have multiple products, you can create a meta field on the product with the variant image and the variant URL and just link the meta field here. We have another video on the channel on meta fields if you're unsure, so feel free to check that out. Once you've gone through, added all of these item blocks for your number of variants, uploaded your image or linked your meta field, and added the links, and you're happy with how it's looking, make sure to save the theme so it shows up. You can then preview it on desktop and mobile. Once you're happy with how it's looking, you're finished. As you can see here, we've got this custom image-based variant selector that looks a whole lot better than the pill-style variants that Shopify gives us with a free Shopify theme. It's super easy to do, as you can see, set it up right in the theme editor. You only pay for the section once, and it supports an infinite number of products, so you can use it across all of your products. If you have any questions about this section, any of our other sections, or just anything at all, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, keep an eye on this channel and the app as we release more sections like this every week.